Hola a todos, bienvenidos de nuevo, yo soy Sig. Vamos a seguir con Biomutant, tenemos que encontrar una caja. Asumo yo que es una televisión. Ok, no la voy a buscar. De las importantes que sí.
Says it's bad enough the world's coming to an end. You still got bullies. There's a creature named Brog giving a friend of theirs trouble. It would be a maze time if you could get Brog to leave them alone. Claims Brog's maybe a monster, maybe a mutant. Mean either way. Says it's hard to miss Brog. Just keep looking. If you can't find Brog, look for their friend, who won't be far. Brog makes a mess of their days. Got to stop it. Says they're sure it'll make their day. Conserve your wind. You found Boulder Broke. Toxanol used this place to make big rocks into small ones. They just ground everything down. This is called suburbia, a place to get away from the city stink. Some rubber scrap got uncovered over there. Upshot. That'll teach him. Good thing you're not scared of tight places. The yerp fields, where the echo of your actions resounds clearer than any other place you'll find, except for where that's not true. That's an aurora totem. Legend has it that activating there it is, the tree of life. The idea that all life is related by common descent, where the twigs are existing species and those produced in the past represent the succession of the extinct. The tree's great branches were once budding twigs, a connection between the past, present, and future, a representation of all extinct and living species with its ever-branching and beautiful ramifications. We are an evolution of those that came before. Don't know what that e-waste was. This one is Bang Shelter 8F. Wonder how long they held out here. It's a cold zone. Even a thick coat of fur is enough to keep you warm here. Wood scrap's great for building things. Let's see. It's a place well hidden. It's just below the above.
Una nave espacial.
Make sure you know how to get back.
Una nave espacial.
Tolidrea ja Maoloa.
Out of Date's impressed you made it this far, but there's still so much left to do. The end of the world is still on everyone's minds.
Iatu Yao Maua.
You've beaten a path where you have the power to destroy or save everyone. Question is, what you'll do with that responsibility.
Iatu Yao Maua.
He worries about you. If you love yourself, you don't hurt others. But the more you hate yourself, the more you want others to suffer.
Weta Gono.
Thinks it's important that you remember who you are and where you came from. Someone without knowledge of their history and origin is like a tree without roots.
Guduvun Poputore.
It's important to stay grounded. You share the same fate as the tree.
Ba no Yuano.
Out of Date says there's a time for everything. And now there's no use thinking of the past, for it's gone.
Oloi Bobo Paweg.
Think of the present, because that's where you are. It's time to set your priorities as the one who completes things.
Tika Maperna.
He's worried that you're putting the world at risk. But darkness isn't necessarily the end of the world. It's just another perspective.
Tulua Ba Volua.
If the world really does end, there won't be anywhere to run. So he's prepared for the worst. Something he calls the Ark.
Ya Molovando.
Two sides to everything, but for him it would be devastating if you were forced to use the Ark to escape while the world crumbled.
Udeno kun Nunyofobo.
Out of Date says there's no clear record of the chain of events that changed the course of history and brought the world to its knees.
Tuloya. Voto Lola.
He's found evidence on the Ark, records of a crisis, decades of contamination that permeated the ground and broke its inner core.
Loa Tolu Tona.
The contamination disrupted what we now know as Ki energy, the life force that runs through all things, living and inanimate. He's been told the blight affected everything at a genetic level and turned our perception of normality on its head.
Mao Toliawahu.
It was only those that changed that avoided extinction, proving that the possibility for survival and renewal was real. He understands you are curious about the ship at the foot of the tree. He says it surfaced when the oil broke through the ground. The Ark predates the back-in days, and now, after years of study of the manuals he found inside, he believes he's figured the ship out. The Ark has room for 4 more, even if you think no one else is worth saving if the world comes to an end. He'll keep the seats open, and you are free to invite up to 4 others to join you in the Ark in the event of a cataclysm.
Yevovo lola nofo.
Out of Date says that from what he's heard, you've been busy.
Baluotolua.
He says he appreciates what you've done so far, but unfortunately he's got urgent news from his friend Goop in the southeast.
Tuloya. Oto lola.
Out of Date says he knows you're good-hearted enough to do your best to support Goop.
Miami.
He says he'll point you in the right direction, but finding Goop and making sure he gets what he needs is up to you. That's the sound of impending doom. Out of Date's premonitions of imminent disaster are true. The Porkypuff needs to be handled.
Papa Mofobak.
Out of Date says that Goop is worried now that the Southeast World Eater is stepping up its activity.
Iboda Kilmok.
He explains that Goop is working on a goo-gliding vessel in order to get to the World Eater, but needs help to get it done.
Bilia Antuf.
Out of Date suggests that you should head southeast as fast as possible and see what you can do to help.
E baso to bubu bukoye.
He wonders what's on your mind.
Kabobe farhi.
He says you really need to go see Goop as soon as possible.
Tamuk gabamuktab.
He wonders what's on your mind.
Tolua lu toluka.
Hopes to see you again soon.
Koyetu koreboy.
He says
To huaye.
he's happy to help.
To huaye.
Says you're well.
Está bien sospechosa esta nave. Ya sé a dónde necesito ir. Viajar.
Let's see.
Bueno, por ahora aquí lo vamos a dejar. Voy a tratar de hacer videos chiquitos de Biomutant para hacer varios, ¿no? Entonces, cuídense mucho. Nos estamos viendo. Denle like, suscríbanse y nos vemos luego. Gracias.